Back here on First Take, time for a quick take. Baker Mayfield lit up against the Niners. He was 17 of 23 for 256 yards with a pair of touchdowns and no interceptions. No Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin, no Bucky Irving. Still gets it done. Cam, what do you make of Baker's performance?
I mean, what we've been able to see down in Tampa this year is nothing less than amazing. I mean, it's been just a plum pleasing pleasure just to even witness it. I mean, the people call him Baker Mayfield, but I'm going to call him Baker John. Baker John is short for Baker John Tavius. The full display of electricity that Baker John has brought to the football field this year is something that I could just sit back on Sundays and just marvel after. My man is top 5 in passing yards, top 5 in TDs, and top 10 in QBR, all the while doing it with only one interception. And Stephen Anthony, what we got, Ryan Terry, and I'm going to add another one, Amina LaQuisha with all that knucking if you bucking. My man Baker John is over there having him a year.
You know what? And I was going to ask him, too, how does he come up with the middle names? But you know what?
Because he can. Because he can. Because that's what he does. Let me say this. Sure. Let me say, I didn't like that in the middle one. That was a different one right there, no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this to you. I mean, right now, Baker is the MVP.
Yes, absolutely.
Right now, he's the NFL MVP, okay? Without Mike Evans, without Godwin, you know, Ibuka was ruled out of Sunday's game after suffering a hamstring injury. Yep. He still goes out there and he does what he does. And that run, what was it, fourth and what? Was it fourth and third? It was third and 14. Third and 14. Yep. I mean, the brother's special right now. He's doing his thing, no doubt about it. And you said during the commercial break, you were saying this RC. You were saying it wasn't before it was Coxie. Now he got Moxie. Now he got Moxie. You know what I'm saying? And listen, he took a lot of listen, right here on First Take, I would say, yo man, the brother got more progressive commercials than wins. Because that's what it was. I mean, we saw progressive commercials everywhere with him on them. And when Sunday came, we wouldn't see the wins come associated with it. But the biggest thing that I can say about him, he is a testament to not giving up on a lot of players. Like you gotta really, really, really take your time and know what you're doing as an NFL evaluator to make sure you don't give up on cats too early. When you see somebody, because I thought his career was over by the time he got to Carolina, and then you see what he's doing now, you would have never thought it. But look at him.
What it is, though, it also shows that the public or the media or the outside perception, we don't get to define what growth looks like, right? What I love about what he said was, it's the same stuff, just a different day.
Right.
I have not changed. I've always spoken this way. I've always behaved this way. I've always led this way. I've always wanted to play this way. But because we are winning, because we are doing well, now the outside perception of me is different. He's like, I've been that, and I've been this. And we've seen Baker Mayfield play well before. The difference is now that when you lead the team like he does, when you do what he did on 3rd and 14, when you throw a touchdown to Tez Johnson late, and then when you go into the media and they talking about him flipping, he said, if I was 142, I could fly too. Like, he's a part of that team. Cam knows this better than anybody because he was a football player, not just a quarterback. When your team counts you as one of the guys, when you're ingratiated into the locker room, when you're thought of as a football player and not just a QB, it has as much to do with how you behave and you treat them and you go about your day-to-day as the way that you play football. And you see all of those dudes now getting behind Baker Mayfield, the leader. And to me, that's as much a part of why he's the MVP as the play and the execution in important moments.
There's also a collective appreciation from a business standpoint, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the players in that locker room, because you see, when you make so much money and you chalk up so much of those salary cap dollars, okay, then all of a sudden, I mean, you got cats that's going to respect you, even revere you, but in a sense resent you because that's less money for them. That ain't the case with Baker Mayfield. He signed a 3-year, $100 million deal. They had got him at $33 million. They restructured his deal to make sure he could get, what was it, $50 million guaranteed, up to $115 million in incentives. It's still a freaking bargain for a quarterback in the National Football League this year. So if you're the Buccaneers, you're sitting prettier than most. Because Dallas Cowboys would be a perfect example. We can't take away what Dak is doing. Dak is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL at $60 million per year. We're seeing Trevor Lawrence on a come up at $55 million, along with others. We ain't debating what Josh Allen, that he's earning his money, that Lamar Jackson, when healthy, earning his money, okay? But when you see a guy like Baker Mayfield at the quarterback position getting the pay that he's getting and producing the way that he's doing, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got him at a bargain, which enables them to take care of so many other people in that locker room. And you best believe those players in that locker room appreciate the position they're in right now.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield just doing it without his top targets and Mike Evans and also
wait till they come back.
Exactly. Wait until they come back, and that Buccaneers team, they're going to be even scarier than they look right now. All right, the Chiefs got back on track with the command.
Mahomes' team won the Super Bowl that year. I almost feel like it's not even saying enough to ask the question, is Baker the MVP of the league right this minute?
Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, this guy is playing, it's phenomenal. And the fact, let's face it, at the biggest moments, he's at his best.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how many of these four-quarter comebacks are we going to see? This one, you get a free runner, well-designed defense, free runner. He knows he's going to get smashed. He lays it in there. And this, it's just absolutely absurd. Finds a guy that I don't know who the hell this guy is.
Johnson. Again, Emeka, for those of you who didn't watch the game, Emeka Buka got hurt during the game yesterday. It's a hamstring. I'll ask Shefty how bad it is. But already playing without Mike Evans, already playing without Chris Godwin, playing without Bucky Irving. They've got nobody.
Two starting offensive linemen are out.
Yep.
When other teams get injuries like this, take a look at the list. You hear about how hurt they are, why they can't win.
Right.
With Baker, he just continues to run. He is the one guy that has elevated everybody else and has carried this team with all these players injured. And it is really remarkable.
It's the one position that makes up for all of that makes up for all the penalties in 3.5 quarters of football, that makes up for a player getting rid of the football before he gets to a goal line, anything like that. The quarterback makes up for it if he's special, and Baker Mayfield's been special this year.
The thing about Baker that I find most interesting is that he came into the league as the #1 pick with a chip on his shoulder. And so he became an easy target. People want, because when you're the #1 pick in the draft, now he's on his 4th team. He's become the underdog. He managed to be the first pick in the draft who has managed to become like a scrappy underdog. I feel like the entire league is rooting for him. He may be right now the most entertaining player in the entire league to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 5-1 with that list of injuries, got to give credit. The guy is the MVP of the league right now.
And I know we always talked about how the Packers went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. Hey, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went from Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield.
Not on purpose, but they signed him to a 1-year contract to compete with Kyle Trask. All of a sudden, he is the leading candidate for MVP of the league, and suddenly the Buccaneers feel very much like a team that could go a long way. Are they going to get these guys back? I mean, Ibuka now is a hamstring.
Evans has a chance to be back this week. Don't think Godwin will be back this week. I don't think Bucky Irving will be back this week. And the Buccaneers play on